It's really good.
See, some street came out.
Yeah, but when you battle, there's like this really intense feeling. It's like it's fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so when you get to LA and you start your career as an actor, and your life becomes about auditioning, that's a battle. In a lot of ways, not in a bad way. You're not like fighting other people, but at the same token, you're competing.
You're hustling.
Yeah, you're competing through art, and if you don't understand how to compete in an artistic way, Hollywood can be really hard, and it's hard anyway. But the idea of going, okay, I got to go in there and try to do my best, be better than them, or use the competition to be the best I can be. A lot of that came from, breakdancing and battle dancing as a kid.
Nice. You mentioned, getting into the LA scene, the LA hustle. A lot of people, of course, will, immediately know you from Hook. We'll get to that in just a second. But you started that, 15? You were already a veteran. Like a five-year veteran.
I was a young vet. I still feel like a young vet.
Well, yeah, of course you are. But I was watching, Nick at Night. I was eating a bowl of ice cream all by myself. And I'm watching The Wonder Years, and I'm like, no.
The Wonder Years.
No, that's not Dante Basco on The Wonder Years. Yeah.
I love that show. A lot of these cats don't even know what The Wonder Years was. The Wonder Years is a very...
That's near and dear, man, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those classic shows. From a certain generation who grew up in the 80s, early 90s. I guess it was late 80s, right? Fred Savage. The Wonder Years is about... It was a 70s show. It was an 80s show, doing the 70s, and it was just this beautiful, beautiful show. And I was on there with Fred Savage. I love that show. Ended up doing a movie years later with Fred that I got cut out of called, what was that called? The video game movie called
Fred Savage.
It's like a Nintendo movie.
Why are you throwing me
The
off?
Wizard. It's called The Wizard.
Yeah, The Wizard.
It's called The Wizard. And I played his best friend in that movie. We shot in Reno for the whole summer, and they ended up cutting out the whole pre-part of the movie, but I spent the whole summer with Fred. Good memories.
Yeah. What led to the audition for Rufio? How'd you get it?
What led to it? As an actor in LA, we audition all the time. Several times a week at times.
So just throwing everything out there.
Yeah, and actually that movie in itself, I remember it was very, everyone knew what was going on. It's like Steven Spielberg's doing a Peter Pan movie with Robin Williams' Peter Pan. Like, that's super big news all over the world, especially in Hollywood. And I remember, actually my little brother auditioned for some other one of the Lost Boys, and I called my manager at the time, and I was like, yo, I need an audition for anything in that movie. That's crazy. And Dustin Hoffman, I'm a big fan of Dustin Hoffman.
Were you competitive with your brother? I wanted to get that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of, all my brothers. Yeah. There's 4 of us and a sister, so there's 5, 35. There is a competition, but we were like a breakdancing group together our whole lives. We had a band together for all through the 90s. We were the Basco brothers, and before that we were like the Fly Brown Dragons, and then we were the Brown Boys, and the Brown Boys became the Fly Brown Dragons, and the Fly Brown Dragons are the Basco. We became the Basco brothers. So around LA and around the West Coast, we toured a lot during the 90s, and we studied acting together in conservatory for 20 years together. So there is competition, but the more and more you act, and the more and more you know each other as artists, you actually understand what everybody does differently and what's really good. And we've seen each other do amazing, amazing stuff on stage and in film and television. They're all still acting today. We're about to do a movie together called The Show. Start shooting. So, you love these guys. We love each other, but also you gotta get to a place in your career that if we're going after the same role. Like one of my brothers auditioned for Rufio, and so there's a lot of parts I've gotten that they didn't get. There's some parts that they got that I didn't get, and ultimately, if they hiring me, with anybody, not just your brothers, it's like they're hiring you for a reason, and then you realize later on, like as a young kid, you think it's like battle dancing, and then as you get older, you realize, everyone's unique, and if they're gonna hire somebody, if they're hiring that person, there's nothing they can do. There's nothing you can do better than them to be them. If they're gonna hire me. It's actually a good lesson I learned with my brothers because we're alike because we're brothers, but we're so different as artists and actors. And
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
learn
so
from
like
each other.
if they hire Dante, like there's something I bring that's like the Dante thing as opposed to they hire my brother Darian or Dion or Derek. So we have D names. It's confusing.
Did your mom ever confuse you guys? Oh, I'll call you all by different names.
Still to this day. Even texting, like with mom.
They call you something
You're
like,
texting, my name is right at the top, and you're putting the wrong name.
like Devin, what? Yeah.
What?
So auditioning for the role, when you were in it, when you were, you know, in the thick of the audition,
Right.
What was the waiting period like? And then when you found out you got the role, what was going through your head?
Yeah, it's actually